2 years after October 7th, we've just accomplished one of the 3 stated war goals, bringing all of the hostages home. They're still disarming Hamas, and they're still demilitarizing the Gaza Strip and de-radicalizing, if you want to put that there as well. So, Yaakov, when we go to those next 2 war goals, is it going to be a chain reaction? This needed to happen for the rest to happen? Or are those the heavier of the 2 options?
I think it is a chain reaction, but it's not like the other 2 war goals haven't been achieved completely. Let's look at the fact that 50% of Gaza is under IDF operational control, and nobody or very few people thought that we would be able to get to this stage, all of the hostages returned, living in, and those killed and murdered by Hamas, and still the IDF retains operational control over 50%, 53% to be precise, of the Gaza Strip, surrounding Hamas from every direction, controlling the Rafah border crossing, preventing smuggling. These are conditions that nobody thought we could get to and achieve that war goal. So that is an achievement. But I completely agree with Danny's warning about what the future may hold, because this is now the test. Hamas wants to take this situation, basically freeze the ceasefire, creates diplomatic pressure on Israel to pull out of the 50%, and then to use the Hezbollah Lebanon model, where they actually have de facto control. They rebuild their terror army, and they pretend that they're not running Gaza, but in fact they very much are, pulling the strings of this future technocratic government. So this is a situation that Israel has to avoid at all costs, because it's not only about Gaza. If Hamas survives this war as the ruler of any part of Gaza, even half of Gaza, the message will be that that you can commit a mass murder against the Jewish people in the state of Israel and walk away to tell the tale. For jihadists, that would be a victory, and one that would ring out in the region and strengthen them. And exactly for that reason, and for the de-radicalization goal, if we want to prevent this endless chain reaction where Palestinian children and another generation will be raised to despise Jews, to view them as subhuman, to believe in jihad and the destruction of Israel at the expense of anything else. If we want to prevent that from happening, we have got to take temporary full control of the Gaza Strip, and then bring in moderate Arab partners like perhaps the UAE, and take control of the indoctrination and end that process. Now, this is easier said than done. This is very, very difficult. It means finding teachers. It means finding people who will cooperate with Israeli control of Gaza. These are difficult challenges. But the alternative is an endless war with just ceasefires. And I don't think we can continue with that. We owe it to the future generations not to hand them another Hamas terror army that they will have to face down in the future. That can't continue. So this is a very important step. I am hopeful that the United States is on board and Israel is giving time for this apparently doomed initiative, because there is some sort of quiet understanding that once all efforts fail, Israel will get the green light to do what needs to be done in Gaza City.
Well, these security